3:05. We're gonna get started then. Welcome. This is the third community call of a weekly series on Mondays where we put forward bounty ideas for the work stream, and then the work stream goes out and accomplishes them during the week. Co-op QR code is right there, and we understand that there are currently some secret not found issues. We'll continue to work at that. But let's hop right into it. Let's get it done. So the agenda is a review of the growth and marketing goals, current community bounties that are in the pipeline, a quick review of the bounty proposal and kickoff process, and then we get into the meat and potatoes. So I'll move quick and let's get started. So our goals that we are looking to affect: grow the Twitter follower count on the official ShapeShift Twitter 5% per month, establish satellite communities around the web, grow them by 7.5% per month. We want to create a system where users can propose marketing efforts and get paid. This is one part of it that remains ongoing. To provide the community metrics important to the ShapeShift DAO growth. That links to the roll-up framework for everybody to take a look at. Creative framework for tracking AIO and TLV in this DAO world, still ongoing. A lot of the systems that we used to use a centralized ShapeShift are being wound down, and we're going to need to find creative solutions for them. Some may be possible, some may not be possible. I've talked to a couple of really smart previous centralized foxes and I'll be continuing those conversations as time goes on, but we're trying to make sure that we continue to track important metrics and referral revenue from assets in orbit, and locking that as those AIOs into protocols that give us referral fees is going to be a major revenue stream moving forward. We're still looking to hire an email marketing and copywriter. The JD is linked there, and Toasty's heading up that effort. 15% increase in MAU month over month, blended quarterly. Increase the holder retention rate by 1 to 2% quarterly. And we are looking for a 2 to 5% increase in 6-month retention rate levels. So there are 2 bounties that are in progress. Actually, this can be removed. Only one that is in progress. Tiny Tins or Sandy Bottoms is still reviewing the proposal that we put in front of her for the DAO journalist and blogger position. Hopefully we'll see some movement on that soon. And we have 2 bounties accepted. So the first one was by Seth. So he is our audience hunter. We are looking to find audiences that are already receptive to the messaging and products that ShapeShift offers, and to create lines of communication and ultimately interviews with content creators that have formed those audiences. So there are the goals right there as to what was accepted in the proposal itself, and I think he's on stage right now, so I'm going to switch to his spreadsheet so that you guys can get a sense of how these sorts of things are organized and how we go about getting these bounties done. Seth, take it away. Maybe he's not here. All right.
Oh, sorry. I was muted. To get started, I'd like to go over the process of how I got here. So can you go to the MISC sheet? Okay. So essentially what I did is I had this idea on my own of doing marketing by contacting communities who have no idea what a DAO is and selling them on that concept. So I started by sharing that idea on the public call, to see how people felt about it. People really liked it. So the rest essentially involved having meetings to go through each step to get me to the next step of the process, right? So one meeting to go over the basic idea, another, and during that meeting I realized, I really need to organize what I'm doing, because, if I just share the idea, it's kind of nebulous about how it's going to get done. So I decided to make this spreadsheet to make it as easy as possible for them to sift through the data and find the value in my proposal. And once I did that, I realized I'm not that experienced in marketing. I've never done anything like this before. So I decided, what I need is to have to gain some wisdom from the people who are already doing marketing, right? So I set a meeting for today to go over my first attempt to contact a content creator and sort of make any final modifications before I get it going. So the short version is that my approach to making a career out of this DAO is to take on responsibility, particularly responsibility that either isn't getting done or that no one wants to do. And once you do that, you know, once you start doing things for people, they want you to have power so you can do more. And then once you have that power, you can get paid. Right. Okay, can you go to the in progress page? Now, keep in mind, just because I took this approach doesn't mean that I'm telling you to take this approach. I'm just saying, here's how I got here. So I'm not representing ShapeShift as a whole. I'm just some guy who saw an opportunity to do some marketing. So this is what my spreadsheet looks like. And what I really want to make clear is that it's not really a marketing idea that's valuable to the DAO, in my opinion. It's sort of having the idea and then finding out how to execute it and going through each step of that process, right? And so this is how I sort of make it as easy as possible for people to understand. Okay, here's where I'm going with this, right? So on this slide, you see the content creator, sort of who they are, how I recommend we approach contacting them, and then various contact info so that if they want to learn more about them, they can go to their profile and they know what method of communication I'm going through. And on the bottom of the C column, I show this is what I'm going to be presenting in my meeting with them uh, not long after this meeting's over of, hey, here's what I want to do. And here's, so in the C column, I've got what the actual pitch is. And then in the G column, I've got sort of here's what I'm trying to achieve with the pitch. So sorry if that was a little long, but I just wanted to make clear of here's a sort of what I believe is a standard of professionalism that I think will help people take their ideas and turn them into not just something that benefits the DAO, but something that gets you paid.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, the second bounty accepted was by Ron. He will be streaming these meetings in high definition across multiple platforms moving forward, as well as editing down those videos and posting them to YouTube channels along with other videos that are produced by the DAO and managing that whole process. Normally he's at work right now, so I invited him up to stage. He wasn't able to accept it, so I guess I'll speak for him. But similarly, yeah, he also built a very extensive spreadsheet about how he would like to do it, what the plan is. And this is not something that you create entirely on your own. We help you create these sorts of things that usually end up in some sort of proposal that you agree to, and then you'll be a bounty hunter for the marketing growth workstream and going out and creating projects for the DAO. So let's jump right into the meat and potatoes. So this is where how it works. You raise your hand. We're going to invite you on stage. Pitch your idea. I'm going to take notes. Everybody can follow along on the link. I put this link up above, but you'll see it on my screen here as well. We discuss as an open forum. Hash out any reasonable objections and any ideas that are feasible. We'll bring you into sort of a more private meeting. We can hash out logistics, price, etc., and we repeat and DAO it. And so I think that what we would want to do here is just remind everybody that there's a bounty mindset that we're trying to instill here, and that's of radical responsibility. So just as a review, if you want to get paid for this idea that I have, it's just not how this works. The incentive is built in for all Fox token holders. We all want to see Fox go up, and we all want to provide value to crypto users that makes that happen in a very synergistic and mutually beneficial approach. So we are paying for work and results. So if you have an idea of how you want to accomplish it, and even if you need help in certain ways, this is the kind of help that we need. We're going to send it. That's how this all works. So POAP, sorry, the QR code is still here again, and let's open it up to what we do every week. And if anybody has any marketing ideas they want to pitch or any ideas that they want to see done, raise your hand. We'll get you up on stage and we'll start talking about it. We've got a hand raised. We have the Smith, and you're invited.
Hello. Hello, Pete. Hello, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm great. Thank you. So, I was thinking if this idea can be extended to global audience, as we have the global work stream translated the content, so we don't have all the translated content yet, all the repository translated yet, but I have in mind. As you can see, I'm a marketer, so I love the subject. So my idea is extend this kind of work with streamers for Wagner communities like Brazil. Extend these bounties, basically.
Can you go into a little detail as to how you would see that happening? What specific actions would the DAO take to help support that? How would the marketing work and growth workstream help you? What are you proposing?
For example, we have influencers here in each country. Yeah, for example, in Brazil, we have big influencers that talks about crypto. So I believe it's a good approach to between DAO and Brazil, for example.
I could shed a little bit of light.
It's not something for now. It's not something for now. Yeah, but it is an insight.
Actually, the Smith. I'm glad you got on stage and talked. So I've talked to the Smith a little bit about advertising on more internationally viewed websites. The Smith could probably touch on those a little bit better than I could at this point. I haven't been able to research too much, but he's been interested in putting out content to those websites and distributing content in a marketing focused manner. So if you want to touch on that, the Smith, that'd be great.
That's right.
If you're trying to speak, you may be muted. We can't hear you.
Sorry. Basically, these are the ideas. I was thinking about the global audience, linking them to marketing campaigns. So I raised my hand.
Okay. We can continue to work to flesh this out of specifically how we would go about doing that, and what sort of offer we could make to these influencers or websites, and how that would benefit the DAO. It's not a bad idea at all, but we'd like to sort of drill down into more specifics, some actionable steps that we could take that you think we could, move forward with, measure, and see what the impact is for the ShapeShift DAO.
Yeah, I know it's early to talk about it. Thank you.
Okay, great. Is there anybody else that has some marketing ideas or a process they want to pitch that they want to discuss? Looking. All right, don't seem to see anybody in the audience. So starting next week, when this meeting goes live, we will actually have specific bounties that we will be discussing, that the marketing growth workstream is putting out there. We are currently this week building the Notion document, as well as we'll be posting to the Discord channel and moving forward in that way. So we'll have more things to discuss, um, instead of only just looking to the community. But keep in mind that this is a great place for anybody who has any ideas that would like to see them implemented. If there are websites that you're on that you feel that we should be on, and you'd like to take that on, communities that we need to build that you would like to build, using examples from Sandy and Ron and Seth, those were all ideas that they had that they wanted to move forward with, and we'd love to see those things in this meeting so we could all chat it out. So next week we'll have more to seed those discussions. And it looks like Lorax dude wants to come on up. Huge fan of the uncle. Let's go.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Sure can.
All right, awesome. Okay, so I have some ideas, but I don't want to share them quite yet because I don't understand. What I would like to learn a little bit more is like, what are the current marketing priorities in place? I can't jump on Zoom right now because I'm driving. But if it's like feasible to like give me like a quick breakdown on that, I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, sure, no problem. We're trying to grow our Twitter follower count on the basically all of these things in a nutshell. We are moving away from what we used to do at Centralized, which was very like performance marketing based and more traditional marketing tactics, and we're moving into more of a brand marketing strategy, and an activation strategy. A lot of brand equity exists with the ShapeShift brand, generally speaking, across the crypto platform, the crypto space in general. We have brand equity that other people are interested in tapping into, as well as vice versa. But we have a very strong brand, and so these goals are designed to support and enhance that brand equity to allow partnerships to flow more naturally. So we're trying to grow our Twitter follower count, establish satellite communities across the web, and then create a system like this where people can propose marketing efforts. And hire a copywriter, and then efforts across the web to increase MAU month over month and monthly active holder retention, as well as general retention rate levels. So those are sort of the high level of what we're trying to do, and it all falls under that theme of enhancing the ShapeShift brand, making us more well known in the space so that that brand can be leveraged in marketing efforts across the web, so that people see that like this is a project they want to be associated with, this is a DAO they want to be associated with, and then we can create reciprocal marketing relationships so that we can generate the network effects needed to sort of become a self-sustaining machine.
Awesome. Could you elaborate a bit on like what processes are in play to help achieve that?
Yeah, definitely. So the bounty system that you're on this call right now, that is sort of the foundation of what's going on. Currently, we have bounties that have been accepted by Seth, who is going out and finding audiences that are tangential to what we preach, that of self-sovereignty, self-custody, privacy, and a borderless financial system, as well as community-based DAO efforts. And he's going and looking for content creators and community creators that share those similar or tangentially similar ideas, but may not be aware of what a DAO is. There's also, and then the second branch is a content creation arm. One is video, where Ron is going to be starting soon, later this week. We just accepted the proposal this morning. We're going to be multi-streaming most, if not all, meetings on multiple different platforms, as well as taking those videos, editing them down to good sizes, and posting them to a YouTube channel. And then Tiny Tins is still considering the proposal that we put in front of her, but she will be creating written content. So Too Long Didn't Watch summaries of meetings, twice a month blogs, among other things. Weekly newsletters of State of the DAO, monthly newsletter State of the DAO. So right now it's really a content arm that's being developed, as well as sort of like a hunting for other audiences to tap into, is the current efforts, as we see it right now.
Something worth mentioning is that my list contains 13 content creators, and at the moment, I don't have any plans to actively search out for more. I mean, I'm open to the idea, I suppose, but these are just people I already know, and I am open to the idea. Like if someone were to say, "Hey, I found a content creator," I would be willing to like have a meeting with them, add them to the spreadsheet, and then split the reward with them. Like I think that's a viable option. Although we haven't made any specific plans for that.
Awesome. Great. Thanks so much, Pete, for that quick breakdown. Seth, is that sheet available? Is a file for that spreadsheet available on the chat so I can check it out later?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Sweet.
I'll
Thanks.
post it in a second.
I'll keep working on some ideas and see if anything relevant comes up, and then I'll be happy to see what happens next week. Thanks so much.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, I've posted it.
All right. Is there any other marketing based ideas that people want to see implemented or want to talk through a little bit more? Looking around. Don't necessarily have to take the full hour. We can give back plenty of time if we need to.
Hey,
We got Willie, best day ever.
what's up, y'all? How you doing? So I wanted to check in on I was remembering the idea for the Keep Key promo codes that we had, and it reminded me we have a upcoming call on October 12th, I think it is, with the Wolves of Alt Street. One of our community members who is not on the call, SGT, is also a community member with Wolves of Alt Street and invited us to come over there to do an AMA with their community and just talk about ShapeShift and the Fox token. And one of the things that they like to do is like promos with the projects that are joining them. Oftentimes, like projects will tip Fox and stuff, so we're still figuring out exactly what kind of promo we want to do. One idea we had was just to again do like a Keep Key coupon code, so that all the attendees on the call could get a Keep Key for $20 or something. I just wanted to ask, what is the process right now for getting Keep Key coupon codes? Is that something that the marketing work stream can help with, or is that something we need to go through centralized ShapeShift for?
Yeah, that still lives with centralized ShapeShift. Any of those sorts of systems, Shopify, everything like that, still lives with centralized ShapeShift at minimum until October 31st, and it may lie with the foundation depending on decisions made at that level. But that's not something that I or anybody on our work stream has the ability to just create right now. But we can certainly reach out to the centralized team and have those created. I think Duve has tons of flexibility to create things like that. So same thing with your last week's idea that we started working on last week, and we're going to continue. We're continuing to work through and finding an owner to take it through to the finish line. So yeah, that's how we would do that. And then that's the general thought is to, anybody who's in that AMA, at the end of it, they'll get a Keep Key coupon code to get a Keep Key for $20.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. And the moderators for that Discord thought it was a cool idea too. So if you guys are open for that, I think it'd be great because it tends to be to a pretty good audience. And yeah, it's like a lot of investors basically who like to get together and learn about projects, due diligence, and actually talk to the team from the project. So yeah, that'd be great. I think it'd be great customers
Absolutely.
and a great way for us to do a promo. And we'll still figure out if we want to do Fox for the top questions or something. But I thought that'd be a nice way, especially that we can do for the whole audience. Because I don't know if we want to just give Fox to every single person who's there just for showing up, which was one of the things that they suggested. We don't have to do, but this would be a cool way to give a reward to every audience member. Where we're not just giving out free tokens for people who could be bots for all we know.
Yeah, and generally speaking, when we ran promos like that at centralized ShapeShift, when we finally tracked those audience cohorts down to bedrock, free money, had very low retention rates, and so I personally am kind of hesitant to continue down that route. I love the idea of a Keep Key coupon code, put a little skin in the game, connect to the platform, and the Keep Key's an awesome hardware wallet. I use it every day and I keep all of my crypto on it. So I'd love to see that be the promotion. So do I have the date right that it's happening on the 12th?
Let me confirm. I'm pretty certain that's it. see.
I thought it was the 15th. I'm not too sure though. I know we have someone on the 12th too.
It's the 15th. You're right.
All right. And then I think let's if you can connect Crusher in with what is going on there, because I think that there's an opportunity for some co-marketing, and I don't want to be trying to figure that out at the last minute. And so while we still have, almost 2 full weeks to get it done, let's see if we can talk to them. The marketing growth work stream can organize getting the coupon code, and getting a unique code that we can track and everything like that. But it would be awesome to do a little more co-marketing with them than just like a quick like Twitter post, Discord post. It would be super cool to see if we could find another avenue to get the word out so we can boost attendance at these things.
Yeah, for sure. It's a new development, but Hunt's been involved since the get go, and yeah, we've agreed to do it. And so John, Eric, and myself will all be on the call on October 15th. And yeah, I totally agree too. I think it's a good note on the giving away free money. I think that is something that we've learned, well, that those kinds of promos, especially in the crypto world, will just get blown up immediately by these airdrop armies. Even there's real people just all around the world that will jump on these free opportunities. So what we've learned is that it's always good to have some sort of skin in the game, and it not only needs to be skin in the game, but you need to be able to. You can't get more out for free than you put in. So like if we were to do a promo where it's like, hey, come, spend $1 on a trade and earn $1.10. What we would have is people coming in and trading unlimited accounts and doing $1 million $1 trades to get $1.1 million out. So it's a good lesson and worth discussing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and
Thanks,
I think
Bitcoin.
more that I think we feel as well that the Keep Key is a great product itself. Like it does the job well. It's secure. They're sexy looking. It's providing real value, and that's kind of what we're concentrating on with the work stream moving forward. Is if we're going to do promotions like this, what are the types of promotions that actually provide value to the end customer? So that they can see the value, and by virtue then see the value of the DAO and the project as a whole. So yeah, I'll connect with Hunt and work with and Toasty will connect with Duve and get some coupon codes for both of your ideas. The Keep Key discounts from last week and this AMA, we'll prioritize the AMA since it has a time frame, and we're still trying to figure out exactly how to implement the idea from last week very well. And then we'll keep pushing it forward.
Thanks, Bitcoin.
Love it. All right. Anybody else? Don't have to use the whole time. Happy to give time back. And again, next week we'll have. This week we are building the infrastructure for a more organized and sophisticated bounty idea program. So we'll have plenty of ideas to seed for next week. Just wanted to let everybody know that. So tell your friends, join the call. This is a place to do some work for the ShapeShift DAO and get paid in crypto. Lowest barrier to entry, most winning.
Yeah, and to follow that up, Lorax, dude, if you want to schedule a time to get on a call with us, if you have ideas that you want to go over, definitely do that. I'm down. So.
All right. Well, if there's no other ideas and no one has any concerns about any of these current ideas out there, then happy to call the meeting a little early, give everybody some time back, and hopefully see you here next week where we will have more a more organized process with an actual bounties, with a Notion board, and we can seed a lot more conversation. We appreciate y'all's patience. We've only been a work stream. Actually, this is the start of our 3rd week, surprisingly. So really happy to see that people are coming, and tell your friends. We'll see you guys next week.